Yeah, it's recording now. So,
Oh, okay.
so three,
Two,
two, one.
one. Welcome back.
Welcome back. I
We-
forgot, but
Okay.
it doesn't
We're gonna
matter.
do a little intro. Da-na-na-da. We don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, that what she said. Uh, I have no. I never know what I'm doing, so it works.
Yeah. I feel like that's pretty on brand for both of us, actually.
Yes, yes, it is. Oh, so welcome to this. I decided
Welcome
to
to
not
this.
give this show a name because naming stuff is hard. It's way harder than I thought it was, and I don't want to do it, so screw it.
You could
And
just name it like, what is this?
I could. I think I could do that.
Or you could name it Naming Stuff is Hard.
I should name it naming stuff is hard. That seems like it'd be fun.
Pretty meta.
Hmm. Alright, well, I'll hopefully I remember that. We'll see what happens. Oh,
I
I
don't think
guess I
there's no eyebrows. Anyways.
okay, you okay? You good?
Yes.
Awesome. Alright, so I'm here with my guest.
You
I
don't know my fucking
I
name.
wanna you well one, mostly because I only know you as Raccoon Xanax.
Okay, yeah.
And I was trying to say your actual name, but then I thought I don't know if she wants me to say her actual name. It was, and I got caught on
It's Jessica.
what?
Jessica.
Oh, then no, I didn't know your name because I thought your name was something else. I thought your name, not
I'm
Chloe,
just kidding. My name's not Jessica. I don't know why I lied.
because I know your name's not Jessica, but I also don't know if you just made up a name to put on the internet
No,
because
my name's Claire. My name's actually
Claire,
Claire.
Claire,
Yeah.
not Chloe. I knew your name was Claire. I for some reason I thought it was Chloe.
I
Don't.
actually don't know your name, so it's okay.
Well, no, because again, like because I've seen you say your name, like you said your name, like I've seen it. I've heard you say it like all of like twice.
Yeah.
The fact that I remembered that it started with a C is
Mhm.
actually really good for me. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I uh I frequently forget the names of my exes all the time, even the ones I've dated for like years.
hmm.
I
Well,
just I try to talk to them. I'm like, or talk about them. I'm like that one guy that or that one girl, and then her name, his name. I don't. And then I remember like 2 minutes later, and it's really embarrassing. They're like, "Did you guys even date?" And I was like, "Yeah, it was like 5 months." I'm like, I'm just bad with names. Also, when I met my first, or when I met my best friend, who's not my best friend anymore, I didn't know her name for an entire year.
that I mean that totally happens. Because again, I don't know if it happened to you. Because like, whenever you meet someone and they'll tell you your name, but you're not listening, and then after that, you kind of just say hey, and then they say hey back,
Yeah.
and then
Also, like when you're talking to someone, you don't say your own name usually,
no,
except for when you're first meeting. So if you don't catch it on the first meeting, then you're just kind of screwed because then you've been talking to them for a certain amount of time where you should know their name by now, but they've only told you it once. So usually a trick that I do is um I'll ask how their name is spelled for something
oh,
and then I'll like get their name from that.
huh, yeah, that actually does make sense. For the record, I can't tell anyone any types of tricks because I like don't. I have issues with that, not because I can't remember names, which I can, but I also don't start conversations properly with people. So the, it'll be something random that somebody's talking about, and then they'll say something, and then I'll say something back, and it'll start a conversation, and I'll never know what their name is. But that's more because I don't
Yeah.
care. Because I don't think I'm
I'm
not
I
like
don't know. When I used to make friends in real life, I would just walk up to them and ask them if they wanted to be friends.
no, and uh, so I have never asked anyone to be my friend. Like, well, maybe like when I was like actually like when I was like a kid.
Mhm.
I'm not even sure then, but like once I decided I no longer wanted to interact with people, I like completely stopped.
Yeah, me too.
And then people wanted to be friends with me, and it was like, that's okay, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I ask people if they want to be friends and then they say yes and then like we like talk for a couple weeks and then like we never really talk anymore. So I have like three friends that are consistently in my life and like I consider those my friends. So
Hmm. Well, yeah. Well, because you did see that's the thing. That's like what you said. Because you're the one who sent the first message to me. Because so again, because you sent the message that said you were following me. It was like, because I didn't know until you sent your message. Because when I got on TikTok first, I just started following people to like set up what you know I wanted my TikTok page to look like. So when I saw this random person, whoever they were, talking about like all the raccoons that lived behind their house, it's like, oh, well, I gotta follow this person. I wish, and so that was it. And then you like kept popping up randomly, mainly on the videos where you were talking shit about people in the who were commenting on
that's
it,
most
which
of the things that I do. Yeah.
yeah, it's like, well, okay. And then like I said, you sent the message to me that you were following me too. It's like, oh, that's neat. And yeah,
Yeah, I'd actually been watching your videos for a while and I don't know why I didn't follow you. I think it's because you were always on my For You page, so I just didn't follow you for some reason. I'm not sure why.
hmm. I mean that happens to me too. I get it. But yeah, so
Why are you looking at me like that?
hmm. Oh,
Is the video frozen?
yes,
What's going on?
you're frozen. I can't.
So
Oh,
confused.
okay. Oh man, that was. Alright, anyway. I'm not. Oh, also, I feel like I should tell you this. I am really lazy and I don't really like editing. So, like, whatever this ends up being, unless it's like a, a zombie outbreak happens, I'm pretty much just gonna keep most of this in because I hate editing and I'm lazy.
Yeah, me too. But if a zombie outbreak happened, that would be like the best content ever.
It would. I don't know why I came up with that. But listen, ignore that because you're right. But that doesn't make any sense. But the point is, whatever happens is just stuck up here now because I can't deal with listening to my own voice enough to edit stuff. So this is pretty much where we're at.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Awesome. All right. So, let's see. So, I guess I don't know if I should say this all in every video or not. Oh, it doesn't matter. Everyone, whoever is watching this knows presumably what I'm doing. But, so let me ask you, which is again the point of me doing this. What do you, I don't know why I think this is so funny. What is your, like, opinion of what I'm trying to do?
I think it's fucking awesome. I think that you genuinely have a real chance of becoming president. I really do. Maybe not by 2024. I think it's going to take a lot longer than that.
Sure.
But I do think that it's definitely possible if you keep doing what you're doing.
Mm. Yeah, I can see that. Because...
And you have my vote. For sure.
I know, you said it like a bunch of... You commented a bunch of videos that I made. I seen them. But yeah, it's like... I mean, that's true. Like, I understand that. Like...
Yeah, because what you say about, like... your video where you said... someone asked you, like, why do you want to be president? And you're like, I don't want to be president. I would fucking hate being president. I would despise it. And I was like, that's my president.
But, yeah, I mean, it's true. And I will die by those words. It's just a terrible job. But like I said, I will do the best that I can. I will save this world if it means that the people at the top will hate it. It's
Which
much,
they will, so.
Yeah, it's pretty much everything that drives me. So, yeah. So, okay. So, as of right now, this is what my plan is. Like, well, plan in like the loosest sense of the word. But, what I'm going to do now is just start talking to people like from TikTok or wherever, and they'll either, regardless of whether they agree with me or not, like, I'll talk to anybody. But again, right now I'm only starting with the people that, you know, I know will actually like me, because it'll be easier for them to, you know, agree to this.
Yeah.
So, and then, well, I don't know what happens then. All I know is that this is...
Well, I mean, you could tell me some of your opinions that are more controversial, and if you want me to fight with you on them, I probably will.
I mean, I guess I could. God, I don't know. Like, I should write stuff down, like, when I have, like, random ideas for stuff. Because, like, I had, like, the idea of, alright, I just had this idea. We can only do it, like, once, presumably. But, like, for, like, Christopher Columbus Day, or whatever I end up changing the name to, because I also want to do that.
Didn't they rename that to Indigenous Peoples Day?
I don't know if they actually did. I know that some places did, but I don't know if that's, like, an actual...
That should definitely be... It should definitely be renamed to that.
Yeah, like, I don't know if that was...
Because it doesn't have to take away, like, the history of Christopher Columbus. Like, we can still educate ourselves on that day, but we should be celebrating what Christopher Columbus did.
Right, I mean, the guy's an asshole.
True.
But yeah, so I just thought, like, for, like, no other reason, like, and then have people, on, like, the day that happens, people will just go to where the wall that between Texas and Mexico is set up, and just have people just, like, hit it with sledgehammers. I don't know if that's a thing, or just randomly.
Why? It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. I don't know. Like, because I stared off, I was about to say something, and I blanked out, and that was the thought that came to my head. I don't know. Because you're right, it doesn't. But listen, this is why I talk to people about stuff. Because, like, I can't go purely off of my own brain. Because my own brain, well, it's untrustworthy.
Well, so is mine. So
Well,
it's like a blind leading the blind situation right here.
yeah, so is everything. That's such a weird statement to make. Like, people don't generally know what they're doing. I mean, even the people that know what they're doing still don't know what they're
They
doing.
only think they know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you don't know what you're talking about. Because people who do know what they're talking, the people that everyone listens to also don't know what they're talking about. So, I don't really care. But like, I don't
I
have.
mean, I try to know that I try to know about what I'm talking about, but you know, you don't know the stuff that you don't know, so I'm never gonna know everything. It's impossible.
Right. I mean, and that's true too. Like, all you can really go off of is your own, you know, understanding, and to do your best to understand or try to correct what is incorrect.
Hmm.
Yeah. And yeah, like, that's, and a lot of people seem to have an issue with that, which I guess, well, that's weird too, but I don't know. Oh man.
Have you, like, where do you stand politically?
Um, like, I have no idea. Like, in what way?
I don't know, whichever way you
I
could
mean-
describe it.
Let's see. Where do I stand politically? Because again, like, I've never thought about politics. Like, I genuinely don't know. I do know, like, where do I stand politically? God. I mean, I know I'm apparently socialist leftist, I guess. And because, you know, I'm for, I want to increase the taxes on, you know, all the rich and stuff like that, and increasing what's it called, the minimum wage.
Hmm.
And let's see, free healthcare, because, like, yeah, listen, I'm so bad at this. People are gonna think that I'm just like some crazy nut job, but thank you. But yeah, like,
People think I'm some crazy nut job, and I mean, like, I don't really have anything to say to that because, like, yeah.
I mean, that's true, but I mean, again, it's the same thing for me, so I can't really complain either. But because the way I figure it, only someone who I guess you would call a crazy nut job would think to do something like this, like in the exact way that I'm doing it.
The skunk is back. You see it?
Yes, listen, I don't, because I've seen both of these videos between you and the other one who wants you to send the skunk to them. That's like the funniest thing.
I can't mail a fucking skunk, so he's gonna have to come pick it up.
I was like,
And he lives all the way in Florida.
he lives in Florida?
Yeah, and I live in California.
Wow, that is.
But he's like, I'm saving up for skunk care right now. I'm going to come get these skunks. I'm like,
Well,
okay. Like, I don't think he's actually gonna do it, but like, I'm down. Like, I'm down to capture these skunks.
one more good luck with that, because that was...
Well, the thing is, I already did, but I didn't make the cage secure enough, so it got out.
Ah.
So I have to build a better cage, but also he doesn't have like the money to fly down here or buy like hire someone to come pick the skunks up. And also now the skunk has babies. It has 2 babies, so
Right.
they're separated from their mom, and they need to be de-sacked so that they don't spray
Yeah, yeah.
and like neutered and stuff. And like, it's a lot of work.
Wild day. Oh! Okay. So, I forgot until I started talking about the skunk. And I guess, since I saw this video, I should answer you since I'm here now. I don't know what the right answer is, but I would miss you if you imploded.
Yeah.
Like,
A post I made on my friends only.
yeah.
Mhm. I just, well, like, I don't want to tell you what answer I want to hear. Like, what would your reaction be if I died?
No, I remember you. You're not going to tell me, but you want me to get the right answer, but you're not going to tell me. I remember. Because, like, I don't know, because I'm bad at gauging my own reactions, because I don't, like, react to stuff. Like, I would probably be sad to, like, a degree, but, like...
What degree? Like, what would you do? Do you think you would cry? Do you think you would have, like, a mental breakdown? Do you think would you come to my funeral? Would you...
I would be sad.
Make a memorial video to me for, like, to the music of some sad song? Like,
listen, I wouldn't come to your funeral. I would be sad. I'm not coming to your funeral because...
Why?
Well, you seem like a great person, but I can't just fly to California in general.
But I'm fucking dead, dude. Don't you miss me?
I know. Yes. But I can't just fly to California.
Fake friend, I'm ending this.
Listen. You can end it however you want. Like, it doesn't change the fact. I would probably make a memoriam video about you. I don't know what song I would play, because I don't know, like, sad songs off the top of my head. But, yes, be...
Oh, there's a song I found on TikTok. I don't know if it's still up there, because I tried to search for it a while ago and I couldn't find it, but it's literally called Sad Music, if you search sad music, and it just goes, sad music, yeah, sad music, yeah. I think I'd want my memorial video to be to that song.
Okay, well, good to know. Whenever I get news of your random implosion, I'll just take, like, chops out of this video and, well, any other random video from your page and set them to sad music.
Sad music,
And
yeah.
At the end, like, to my friend from California who raised raccoons. I don't know. I mean, I don't know about you, but it seems like a pretty awesome thing for me to do. Honestly, I don't know what you're talking about, fake friend. Honestly, if I do that, I'm pretty sure I'm a great friend. But everyone can have their own opinion. I mean,
Yeah.
whether they're wrong.
Well,
or
I'm not gonna say what I want that is a good answer. I'm not gonna say what I want people to say because my other mutuals still haven't said anything.
Sure. I understand. You have to You gotta wait until all the answers are in before you go over the test. I get it. I forgot.
I want them to be like devastated. I want them to make it such a big deal. Like even if I was like, even if they hate me, I want them to be like, I'm so sad she's gone. The world's never gonna be the same. That's what I want.
Well, yeah, because apparently because you like it when people just like make a big deal over you, even though it seems like you don't want them to. Because I also saw that about the other video that you made about people seeing you in the street.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess I should have remembered that. If I remembered that in time, well, I still wouldn't have said it. I still wouldn't have said it because, well, I don't want to lie to my best friend that I'm making a memoriam video about. That wouldn't be cool. It's gone so off the rails, but that's fine. There were no you can't go off the rails when there were no rails to begin with. So
true.
All right, let's see. What else? Like I don't even know what we were talking about before. Oh, you asked me about like actual stuff that I should be able to answer, but I have no idea about. But yeah, because like everything that I want to do. Oh no, I actually do have an answer. This is probably not a good answer, but it's definitely my answer. My political compass is essentially doing the opposite of whatever it is that people that listen to Fox News want. The more upset those people are, is the direction that I want to go in. It's pretty much all the thinking that I ever put into it, outside of like actual stuff that I want to do. Because like, I have the stuff that I want to do as president varies between making Halloween the last Saturday in October to making weed legal in the entire country, and like healthcare and stuff. Like, that's why I don't. Because people like kept asking me if I was a Republican or a Democrat, and it's like, I guess technically I'm a Democrat, but like, I don't really know what it is that.
I don't think, from like the videos I've seen, I don't think you're a Democrat. I think you're a leftist.
Well, yeah, and I said this. I am. Well, I know I'm not a Democrat, but I'm gonna run as one because the titles are meaningless.
Yeah, true.
So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because that's what I said. It's like, I'm gonna run as a Democrat, and because it's funnier. Well, technically it'd be funny if I ran as Republican, but that wouldn't work. I mean, well, they wouldn't let me, so, you know.
That would be funny, though, if you ran as a Republican and then, like, supported all these leftist ideologies and then,
yeah,
like, kind of gaslit everyone into believing that these were Republican ideologies.
Yeah, right? But, you know, I mean, I'm not, like, I can't, like, pull it off. Mainly because, well, there are a bunch of reasons. But I also can't do it because, well, because if Kanye runs, then I really want to run against Kanye. So, there's that too.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's a whole bunch of reasons. My point is...
Oh, I have an actual question for you. I think I commented this under one of your videos, I'm not sure. But this is something that I am very passionate about and I like talking about. what's your opinion on the death penalty?
Oh, what is, the death penalty is like, well, it's really dumb. Like, so again, I don't know anything about like court proceedings or anything like that, but like I don't agree with the death penalty mainly because, well, I just like I can't just say that I think it's a dumb thing because because people try to excuse it as like a punishment for like the worst crimes ever, but then people
Mhm.
use it on like stupid crimes. Well, one, they're not even people who are like have been put to the death penalty are like innocent, which is a whole different level of fucked up. But
Yeah.
like even the people that are like actually guilty, they're like not even guilty of like death penalty stuff,
Yeah.
which makes it e- both more fucked up and as fucked up as the people who are innocent. And like the people that are actually, it's like let's say like you have like because like what's his name oh crap, the cult leader from the what was it, the 60s or the 70s, the Manson family.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like after everything he did, he didn't get the death penalty because under the stupid setup of I didn't do it, I just talked them into doing it. Like, what the fuck is the point of all this then? Cause it just, cause like everything else, people set up something for like fake reasons and then use it to fit whatever they want it to fit, and it all goes out the window. But when people bring that up, it's like, well, yeah, but it was just this one time. But it's also like the 5 times before and the 50 times in the future. So either either you get rid of it completely, or I don't know, like or just reform it. But that no, know that no one wants to reform anything, so I don't.
Yeah. I just I don't agree with it because a lot of reasons. One, it's more expensive to put someone uh like to kill someone through the death penalty than it is to keep them incarcerated for their entire life. Um it's also I on a moral and ethical level, I believe it's wrong because why is it that if multiple people in a position of power agree that this is like this person uh, deserves to die no matter what they did, why does numbers and status give you the right to decide to take that person's life?
Hmm.
Because human worth is like it's it's infinite, which is I'm gonna start sounding like a crazy person right now, and I'm aware of that. But infinity is the same as zero, and so zero plus zero equals zero, and infinity plus infinity equals infinity. So like if you get multiple people to agree on something, that doesn't make their argument more valid just because there's more people to take someone else's life.
Yeah, I mean I get that. Yeah.
And also, like you said about people being put to the death penalty for crimes that don't deserve it, and also like innocent people. Like there's been cases where people have been put to the death penalty, and then years after their death, been proven innocent.
Hmm. That just happened too. Like it just like it was either what day is it? I think it was last week. I think that it just like that case just one of those just happened. But yeah, like, and that's true. Like, like people like to talk about how much they care about life, like, and then they just let stuff like that go.
Hmm.
This is gonna sound like, I guess, mean. Like, because I agree with you with what you said about that. Of course, I didn't think about that, but that's because, like, I don't have, like, that type of viewpoint, which, again, I'm not saying, it doesn't mean that I don't agree with it. It's just that that's not something that I usually think of. Because that is true, though. Like, people will go on forever about caring about life until, well, until it's, the death penalty or guns or whatever.
Hmm.
So,
Like, I believe if the death penalty were to be ethical in any way, it would have to be the victims who choose and go through with executing that person.
hmm.
And by victims, I mean anyone who was directly, like, hurt by whatever crimes they committed. Like the families or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. I never thought about that. Yeah. Actually, that would make it, like, I guess, like, more, connected to the actual situation rather than it just being, you know, two lawyers in an office somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
But the problem with that is that it would probably be really traumatic for the victims or the victims' families to do that.
Well, that's true, and that's like
Depending on the victim. Some of them would feel you know, like justice has been served by their own hand, and then some of them wouldn't. But you're going to get disagreements on both sides. So I think that would be a better option.
Hmm. Because I mean, I guess. Well, yeah, that's true. Because like people would say like they can't be objective if then in that case, but people can't
But
be.
they're really the only people who, in my opinion, have the right to take that person's life because they took away someone's, because I only believe the death penalty should be for people who took away someone's life, whether that means like death wise or just like mentally or physically, like taken away their quality of life. So the families of those people should have. Sorry, I got distracted. I got hungry.
That's
I
fine.
forgot what I was saying.
I mean, you were talking
Yeah.
about what is that?
Cheese.
Cool. I'm lactose intolerant, so I couldn't recognize it.
Loser.
Did I tell you something? To not to veer too far off the super serious conversation we were just having. I did not know when people who are lactose intolerant got like diarrhea. I apparently just completely reject cheese. Like I throw up. I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing until like
I didn't know that was a thing either. I thought it was just like extreme indigestion and uh, you know,
Yeah, like because again,
diarrhea.
I'm the only lactose intolerant person that I know. Like, so I didn't know that was a thing until people started talking about it. It's like, huh, that is weird. But yeah, wow, that was a super right turn. But yeah, so there you go. Let's see. Yeah, it sure does. It says cheese.
Hmm?
The knife says cheese.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Just. I don't know why.
My aunt got it for me.
I don't know. I legitimately have nothing to say to that. I just. Wow. I can't process anything right now. All I can think about is a cheese knife that says cheese on it.
I mean, what else would they? I mean, this makes sense to put the word cheese on a cheese knife.
No, you're right. But also, we are both feel like there's something so wrong with us.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, the death penalty sucks.
Yeah.
So, like, one of the things that I think, like, one of the only points I think I have to, like, why I should be, like, president if I do, is that, I have, like, the ability to just view stuff objectively. I was about to say objectionally, but that's not a word. Objectively. Because apparently I'm like super like realistic, even though I'm not, which is honestly kind of interesting to me, which I only found out recently. Because when people on this stupid hellscape of a site go on about all of these like random arguments about, well, everything.
Yeah.
And I never realized how, like, I guess, stable my viewpoint, I could be. Because I was never on Tumblr or Twitter that long. Like, I was never in, like, any of that stuff. So I never saw it happen. I only, like, read stories. So I never knew that was a thing, like, in reality, until I got to where I am now. It's like, wow.
Yeah,
No
people
wonder.
get mad over everything. They get offended over everything. It's really annoying. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm trying to offend people, and then sometimes I'm not. And even, like, my videos about basically nothing, people are like, this is offensive because X, Y, and Z. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, and, like a lot of people, like, yeah, like, people are just trying to, like, even the people that are talking about, like, normal stuff, like TV shows, like, not even, like, popular TV shows, like, just normal mid-level TV shows, and it still just breaks down like an argument about something. It's the strangest thing.
One of the people I follow made a video in which she said that actually I don't know if she goes by she or they pronouns, so I'm going to say they said that they're impressed by people who are in relationships who also have BPD, because they decided years ago that the only way they were going to survive with BPD was to be alone, and they got attacked for it. Like, they weren't saying, they mentioned BPD and weren't really saying anything directly about it, and they got attacked for it.
Yeah. So, yeah, people on the internet are crazy.
And I have BPD. Nothing they said was offensive to me. But like,
I mean,
and it's all kids too. It's all kids. Which makes it make a lot more sense, but still, like,
yeah.
come on. And also, I still do see, like, the occasional adult having those viewpoints, and I'm just like, are you kidding me?
Well, that's because adults are like crazy people. Like, all of them. So, when again, I don't know which of my videos you see, you don't. When I, oh, actually, that's not even the point, because I've said it a bunch of times. So, you probably did. So, like I said I'm asexual. I've been saying this for maybe for 5 months. The last time, which I guess would be about maybe a month, maybe 2, and a bunch of people, apparently, this just showed up like a different part of TikTok. Like, a bunch of people just lost it. It's like, I don't know.
Over you being asexual?
Yeah, because they can't
What the hell?
they can't process the fact that I don't like sleeping with people. It's like, I don't know what to tell you. This is,
Yeah, when people say that kind of stuff, it's just kind of like, why do you care? Because when someone, like, asks me some weird shit like that, I just assume it's because they want to, like, sleep with me. Because why else would they give a shit? So I'm just like, do you want to fuck me or something? Like, why do you care?
because it's like, so I technically understand. I don't actually, but I know why. Because people have this issue where they think because this applies to everyone. People have this issue where they think everyone thinks like them.
Mm-hmm.
And when they don't, it screws up with their conception of, well, reality.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on how much of that is their reality, it screws with more of it. That's why, Republicans lose it every time someone says anything. When they because it's almost their entire personality. And I'm not saying this about all of them, because I get that some people just don't know what it is because, well, some people don't, and that's fine. But a lot of the people who made random videos towards me about that were like, I love sex. Because one person, I think there's this one random woman, it's the way that she interpreted it is I think I was calling her a slut or something. It's I didn't say anything. I don't know who you are. I didn't say anything about you. I never said. I never said that you can't enjoy sex. I don't want to. It's different, and it's weird. But
It is weird. When people say that kind of stuff to me, I usually just agree with them because they said it first. So, in your situation, if that would have happened to me, I would just be like, yeah, you are a slut. And laugh.
Oh, man. Because, again, I think it was weird. Well, that's because we have... Because, listen, we both have the same goal in being on the internet. And that's bullying people. You just want to bully random people that ask you dumb questions. I want to bully the entirety of the United States government.
I want to bully everyone I possibly can.
Well, that's true, and I get that.
Well,
but
if I disagree with them.
Right. Well, I mean, obviously. But, you want to do it, well, you do it in, a, I guess, more direct way. Where I do it in a direct way, too. Because I said, I just want to make fun of Ben Shapiro to his face. So, I mean, I can't say that I don't. But because that's what I want to do. Like, well, a bunch of them. Mainly Ben Shapiro, because he's the one I find the most asinine. But, whatever. And Tucker Carlson. But, whatever.
That video he made of him going to Home Depot and buying a piece of wood. Did you see that?
I did. He's so
weird. That was
weird.
So funny.
He's so weird.
And he put it in a bag, like...
Yeah, he did. He's so weird. Like, because again, like, on the off chance that I do get, like, the chance... Because I know... Listen, so, I can say this now because I've already been caught up in this stupid plan of mine that wasn't supposed to work. One of the reasons... There were two reasons why I do this the exact way that I do. The first reason is the most obvious, and that's because I can't just do stupid stuff on the internet because I still need my job to, eat and shit like that. But the second reason is that when other people start to notice what I'm doing, they'll like, it won't be as weird, and then when they invite me onto their show thinking they can just, like, talk shit to me for, like, 20 minutes, or however long these segments are, I don't know.
I'm sorry, I can't focus. There's a baby skunk here.
I see you staring at something, but you weren't saying anything.
I was trying to focus on what you were saying, but I can't. Look.
I'm just going to keep talking, because again, I'm still doing it for the video. It doesn't really matter to me. Oh, man.
You can keep talking. I just can't focus. So cute.
I mean, I guess. I have, like... I don't know. I mean, I like animals, but I don't think I don't like them as much as other people like them, so,
I just like them because they're so, like, dumb, and I want to be them. I'm jealous of them.
I see.
They just don't know what's going on. And I think that's beautiful.
That's a great sentiment. When people tell me stuff, like, I feel bad sometimes, but like not like actually bad, like technically bad. When people like tell me stuff, like with like actual emotion, and all I can say is, that's nice, or something like that, because I can't like connect to stuff emotionally. But again, like I said before, I've seen people who connect to stuff emotionally, then they're total wrecks. It's like, glad I dodged that bullet. But yeah, the point of my story was, the reason why I act like an idiot on the internet is so people will think that it's easy to make fun of me, and then they'll invite me onto their shows thinking that, and then I'm just a total jerk to them. That's pretty much it. It's not like it's not like super deep.
I'm just an idiot online because it's fun.
Oh, well, it's totally fun. Like,
I really have no end goal, particularly.
I mean,
because I'm pretty, like, financially all right. I sell pictures of my feet for money if I need it. And then the government basically pays me for being, like, mentally disabled. So, I was going to say the R word, but I don't really like that word, even though I can't say it, but...
Okay. Yeah. Like, I don't know, like, I don't even know what I want to do, like, in reality. Like, I've never had like an actual dream or anything. Like even like all the stuff that I wanted to do. Like when I was a kid, I wanted to be an assassin. But like, what? I did. I wanted to be an assassin. Specifically, I wanted to be a sniper, and I wanted to have a pet wolf. That's what I wanted to be when I was a kid. And then I grew up, and I realized if you were going to do that type of thing, you needed to get adopted by like a mob family or something. It was like, I guess I missed my shot and moved on with my life.
Are you still interested in that? I have some friends.
No, I'm not. I'm not interested in being an assassin because I realized later on that I only like the idea of like being a movie assassin, which that's not the same thing.
Oh wait, I just remember this is recorded. I don't have friends like that. It was a joke.
I forgot too. We're both so terrible at this. But yeah, that was totally a bit that we set up beforehand. I was just supposed I just threw it in now, so there you go.
It was just it was satire.
Hmm. Anyway,
Moving on.
yeah. But yeah, so like I've never like wanted to do stuff. Um, the last thing that I wanted to do was to be a chef, which is why I went to culinary school. Then I remembered that people in the service industry suck, and that I can't do that because that's how people go to jail for murder. So, because I was most likely going to stab someone. So that also was no longer an option for me. And then I just like randomly thought, because I don't know what, because this started as originally as a joke that I was talking with my friends. And I think it was just like something like, I want to rule the world. Not because I wanted to, but just because I didn't want to do anything. It's like, then I realized I didn't want to rule the world because ruling the world sucks. Because, you know, a whole bunch of, like, litigation and stuff like that. And then I thought, I should just run for president. And that was a joke, too. Until all this happens. Like, well, if those jackasses can be in charge, then I should be able to be in charge, too. And here we are. Nuts.
Makes sense.
It's literally my entire
You seem
thought
like you
process.
have a lot of homicidal thoughts.
You're not wrong, but I technically have a lot of thoughts about everything, which is definitely an issue. Because I have homicidal thoughts, I have suicidal thoughts, I have thoughts about, I legitimately just run through random scenarios in my head, like, all the time. Like, if I'm walking down the street, I just think, like, it would really suck if an ice cream truck came barreling down the street and ran me over. Like, I think about death objectively more than I should in, like, various degrees.
Yeah, me too. But like it's usually not like murdering other people, except for a select few people.
Right. I mean, like, I've never thought about murdering anyone. Because, like, the only time that that's ever come up is this thing that happens, that still happens, whenever I'm, like, meeting up with someone, and they're even, like, slightly late, like 15 seconds past, like 2 minutes past when we said we would meet up, the first thought I had is, they hope they didn't get run over by a car. And then they show up like a minute after that. It's like, okay, and move on with my life. This entire thing has been in like every corner of the map, and this is just good.
I'm getting like tired. I took a hydroxyzine, which is like anti-anxiety med. Sometimes it makes me tired and I think ready to fall asleep.
Mm.
Stay awake.
Listen.
Also, I woke up at a normal time today,
Ah,
which
yeah.
is like weird for me. So it's like 1 o'clock in the morning where I am now, where usually I would be wide awake, and I'm like,
Mm. Yeah, because I work at night. Because it's like 4 over here, and yeah, I would still be up because I work at night, so this is pretty much where I'm at right now. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I completely lost track of. Oh, yeah, it's been an hour. Listen, I mean, again, I don't care because, like I said, I would still be up anyway. You can tell me whenever you get sick of talking to me because.
I just might like actually fall asleep on camera, but I'm fine with that.
Oh, okay, cool. I guess so. Yes, either whenever you just are done, or whenever you just fall asleep randomly. Those will be the two points of when this is over. Then
Okay.
awesome. It's oh man. But yeah, so ideally, I can just get like other people to do this. People who like actually know stuff about like things. Cause it's not like I have like any actual idea of what I'm doing. But if like other people want to, I guess, say their part, or just tell me why I shouldn't do it in general. That's pretty much the whole idea of this. So,
Yeah, well, I definitely think you should do it, so I wouldn't be the person to ask about that, but
I
like the specifics of things, like for example, how we talked about the death penalty, I could talk about that, but like no matter what, I'm still gonna vote for you.
okay, thanks. It's good to know. Because it's like one of the things that I hate most about politics, and this is about all politics, this isn't even about like the people who suck in politics, is that it's all so fake. Like, because politicians need everyone to like them, so they act like these super likable, or at least in some of their cases, super like normal people. It's just always bugged me. So I will be like the most chaotically honest version of myself and go from there. Because, why not?
I really feel like I'm gonna fall asleep. Like I
mean,
think this needs to be the end.
okay.
I think that's a good place to like end it too.
That's also true. Alright. Oh, alright, so I guess this is the end since Claire's about to slip into a coma and
Yeah, I am.
don't that wouldn't make for good video.
When I get tired, it's like it comes on so suddenly. Like I'm fine 1 minute, and then the next minute I'm like, I am about to fall asleep right where I am.
Awesome. Well, I mean, I've never had that issue, but whatever. You stop Stop luring me into conversation then. Anyway, thank you to Claire for joining me on this weird conversation train. And
Thank you for having me.
yeah, again, we're friends now, so you're pretty much stuck with me until you decide you hate me. So just so you know.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I watched the other interview and it seemed a bit more like on the rails and like I feel like I just kind of ruined this. I just like started talking about the death penalty and like murdering people and then eating cheese and showing you the baby chunks around my house.
It doesn't matter. It's fine. It'll.
And then now I'm like slipping into a coma very slowly. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
Like,
Listen, it's fine. It'll all work out. Anyway, stop luring me to conversations. I just said it. Anyway, so I'll see you next time on whatever this is. I'm stealing that name. I hope you know that.
please do.
All right. Thanks. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.